very dear area to His Excellency the President, and any effort to help in the area is highly welcomed by government. Girls' education is very important because there is this saying which says that if you want to educate the nation, you have to educate the girl child.
This latest show of magnanimity by the Taiwanese government manifests the growth of the mutually beneficial relationship that the two countries continue to nurture for posterity. Louis Mendy, GRTS.
The two checks presented are $700,000 and not $700,000 he has announced earlier. And over now to news just in from the presidency. The Office of the President hereby requests officials of the Gambia Christian Council to report to State House tomorrow, Wednesday, the 27th of March at 12 noon. The Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Abdoulaye Bojang, has said that preparations for the upcoming state opening of the National Assembly are going as planned. The Speaker was speaking in an interview with GRTS in the build-up to the very important event. Here's an excerpt.
We are very well prepared for the forthcoming state opening of the National Assembly that we expect to take place in 2 days' time. To be precise, Thursday, the 28th of this month. Of course, it is not a program that one would say would undergo us because we have been preparing each year, and we know it's a quarterly program, and every year it is in March that it is held. So therefore, one would say we are prepared. We are very well prepared. In fact, the preparation started since way back in December. So we are ready for it.
But I understand this year, the event itself, there are a lot of things involved. Can you just talk us through some of the events, some of the guests that you'll be expecting?
Oh, okay. The state opening of Parliament will be done as it had been done usually and previously. You remember the President is the first citizen of this country, and when it comes to this institution, which is the National Assembly, he is the most senior member of Parliament. And as such, he is not an official member of Parliament, but by virtue of his post as President of this country, he each year comes to give us his programs and policies of government. You remember last year he came here and talked about what the shortcomings of the previous year were according to his plans, and what he has intended to do in the following year. And that year elapsed. Another year is coming, a legislative year, and he is coming again to say the programs he has for the coming 12 months. And he is therefore coming to open up the discussions, and those discussions are going to be entailing what the National Assembly's deliberations shall be for throughout the 2013 legislative year. But if I may come back to what you refer to as who are we expecting? We have colleagues from other legislative bodies around the world. And if you remember, each year there is a country or two that we say to our counterparts, come on, join us. You see, because bringing people closer as nations must begin from somewhere, from person to person, individual to individual, from ministry to ministry, from parliament to parliament. For we believe that even in diplomacy, parliament has something to do. And that is why, if parliaments of countries invite each other to their programs, it strengthens and brings closer their two countries, even the executive. So that is why we decided this year we must invite two colleagues of parliaments from the Republic of Turkey and the Republic of Guinea-Bissau, for they have been close allies to the Gambia for many, many years, and therefore we must continue to see that they are part of us and we are part of them, and we forge to see what is good and work together towards achieving better futures for our countries. So
Speaker of the National Assembly there, Honorable Abdoulaye Bojang, speaking there to GRTS. The Independent Electoral Commission, IEC, has organized a two-day training of Trainers Forum for returning officers, political parties, representatives and security officials to reassess their operations and carve new ways of improving service delivery in the dispensation of their role in the forthcoming local government elections. Fatou Jasseh has details of the story in this report.
The Independent Electoral Commission, IEC, has the role to ensure that the people of the Gambia are given the opportunity to associate freely, fairly, and take part in genuine elections, which is a foundational parameter for the decentralization of power and authority to representatives of the people. Thus, this training exercise in question brings together electoral officers, political party representatives, and members of the security to re-evaluate their various roles and carve new ways of improving service delivery in the conduct of free, fair, and transparent local government elections. The IEC chairman underscored the crucial role played by the political parties in the emergence and the consolidation of democracies.
Political parties are essential for both the emergence and consolidation of democracies. Some of the imperative functions performed by political parties are representing the people and articulating their demands, reconciling diverse needs and aspirations that exist within society and interpreting them into manageable programs, structuring electoral choice. Paramount among the things that political parties should do at this moment in time is to sensitize their followers on their agendas. They should preach peace and accept the election results where elections are free and fair.
Alhaji Mustafa Krayol gives the statistics of candidates vying for mayoral and councillorship elections.
4 candidates got nominated for the position of mayor for the Banjul City Council. One of these candidates is from the APRC and the other 3 are independent candidates for the Kanifing Municipal Council. 2 candidates were nominated for the mayoral seat, 1 from the APRC and 1 independent candidate. The APRC fielded in candidates in all the 114 wards. 10 candidates were nominated through the NRP ticket, and 40 independent candidates get their candidature endorsed by the IEC for councillorship.
Chairman Karel further appealed to the contending political parties to recruit suitable polling agents who are literate, keen about the electoral process, as well as knowledgeable about the community in which they will be working on polling day. He equally urged Gambians and all friends of the Gambia residents in the country to keep the peace and desist from actions that may be contravention of the laws of the Gambia. The IEC Director of Training, Communications and Public Affairs explains the justification of the training.
We call it a training of trainers. So because we train these people, especially our staff, we expect in the week to come, that's next week, 27th and 28th, and other regions will hold their training sessions on the 30th and 31st. That's a step down. So these people, because they're going to man the wards, because these elections, we're not dealing with constituencies, we're dealing with wards. So they're going to man the wards. So they
14 wards, while 761 polling stations will be used out of the 1,300 polling stations countrywide, and 481,884 voters are expected to vote in these elections. The message from the IEC is a familiar call for voters to turn out in great numbers early on polling day. For GRTS News, I am Fatou Jasseh.
The National AIDS Secretariat has convened a media briefing on its partnership forum on HIV and AIDS scheduled for tomorrow, Wednesday. Partnership for the elimination of mother-to-child transmission of HIV in the Gambia is the theme for the meeting. Mama J tells us more.
The elimination of mother-to-child transmission of HIV is a high priority given the burden of HIV-related maternal, newborn, and child morbidity and mortality rates in African countries. The issue was one of the major concerns raised during the team convened by the UNAIDS in New York in June 2011. of mother-to-child transmission plans. The high-level convergence is expected to be attended by a cross-section of stakeholders in the national HIV and